Mitchell, Torrance, Privalova, Devers, Ottey, Onyali and Voronova. The big four in the middle, just as they were in the Olympics. Torrance, Privalova, Devers and Ottey. Here's the Olympic champion, Gail Devers. She wasn't expected to beat those other group then, but she'll come into this race as at least one of the favourites with that Olympic title behind her. Merlene Ottey with all those world bronze medals. 3 finals before in World Championships, 4th, 3rd and 3rd. Can this at last be her year? Privalova too, such a fast starter. She goes in lane 4, and we've been very impressed with Gwen Torrance, the Olympic champion at 200 metres in these championships, and she goes in lane 3. Those 4 look a little bit of class ahead of the rest of the field. Remember, it's Allen, Mitchell, Torrance, Privalova, Devers, Ottey, Onyali and Voronova. Voronova nearest the camera. The start so important. Privalova away well, Devers next to her. Ottey is not so far back either, and Torrance coming through now as well. And here comes Devers, and Ottey finishing very fast, and there's nothing much to choose between it. Devers and Ottey, they're the first 2. Not too sure of the order. Gwen Torrance got 3rd and Privalova 4th. Well, what a race that was, Steve.
Well, the girls, they're not sure. Usually after the 100 metres, someone goes around on the lap of honour, jumping up and down, but they're not. They're all looking at the scoreboard at the moment to see the replay, and we're watching it as well. Privalova got a blistering start there, really. Ottey was left on the blocks a little bit, I think. Devers and Torrance equally away well. But Privalova's in front at this stage, I think. And this is where Devers starts clawing her back, just about here. And so too Torrance on the far side. Still at this point, Ottey, I think, is a yard back on Devers. Devers starts going well here. Torrance is drifting a little bit, but look at the way Ottey's coming hard. I think Devers can start sensing it. There's the head going down in desperation. There's the dip for the line. So too does Ottey. Oh, my word. There's the photo finish, and it's very, very close even on that.
It's slightly difficult. Devers' knee was up just ahead of Ottey's chest there, made it a little bit deceptive, but really, they're going to need to examine that very, very closely indeed. We can be sure that Torrance is 3rd and Privalova 4th, and Gail Devers has got it. The verdict has come through. She says to Merlene, who must be so disappointed because they were almost inseparable, let's come together. Gail Devers has been awarded the verdict. The time's come through. It's a personal best for Devers at 10:81. Come on, she says, that's nice to see. Merlene, you join me on the lap of honour, and that's fitting. And there's the result. Devers 10:81, Ottey 10:82, and Gwen Torrance 3rd at 10:89. A magnificent race for the women's 100 metres. The men's 100 metres, Frankie Fredericks of Namibia, Bruna Surin of Canada, Carl Lewis, Linford Christie, Daniel Effiong, Andre Cason, Dennis Mitchell and Ray Stewart. Amazingly, 6 of the 8 finalists of 1991 are here again, and headed, of course, by the great Carl Lewis, the 3 times world champion at this event. 8 world gold medals and a silver, 8 Olympic golds he's got. And he's up against the man who's taken his place as the world's fastest with the Olympic title last year, Linford Christie of Great Britain. Carl Lewis out of form last year and couldn't compete in the Olympic Games at 100 metres. This is the clash between them that everyone is waiting to see. Daniel Effiong outside them, who's been so impressive in that semi-final. He set his personal best of 9.98. The hugely powerful Nigerian, who's now at college in the USA, a very big man, a somewhat rugged sprinter, but he's sure to be in there, as indeed is Andre Cason, who's been so impressive, the American champion this year, a small man, only 170 tall, but a real powerhouse. Improved his personal best 3 times in qualifying here. 9.94 he ran in his semi-final. Dennis Mitchell, we wondered if he was injured before the championships. He's shown himself to be very fast, the bronze medalist last time. But Linford Christie, just as he did in Barcelona, totally concentrated on the job ahead, running here in lane 4. Frederick Surin, Lewis, Christie, Effiong, Cason, Mitchell and Stewart. Mitchell quickly out of his blocks in lane 7, but Christie's now into his running, so too is Cason. Christie is going, and when he's in full flight, who can stop him? Nobody can. Christie takes it. Cason gets 2nd. It's close for the 3rd place in the final. Dennis Mitchell, I think, just got up ahead of Carl Lewis, but Linford Christie number 1. And Steve, look at that time, only 100th of a second outside the world record. Christie has smashed the European, British and Commonwealth records. Congratulating Cason there, and there too is Carl Lewis, who is out of the medals.
9.87. This track is fast, but it needs mans like Christie to do that sort of performance. He blasted away from the blocks. Mitchell going well, second from our left. Cason coming on now in the middle of the picture with Effiong, but watch Christie. Lewis is out of it, not getting up there at all. It's now between Cason and Christie, and really at the end there was only one man that came through strong. Linford Christie over the last 20 metres took a yard or so on Cason, and that's all that mattered. The performance, the second fastest ever by a human over the 100 metres in the final, a fantastic result.
Well, that completes every major championship for Linford Christie. He's won Commonwealth titles, European, Olympics, and now the world. He's got the lot. He is the king of world sprinting. He's been around a long time, but at 33 years of age, he won't want us to remind that he's the oldest 100-metre champion. He just gets quicker and quicker, and he really is the world's fastest man, absolutely now, with that magnificent victory, beating all the world's best there.
Well, when you consider that almost 2 years ago, the British press were trying to retire this man from sprinting, but now he's coming back, he's getting faster and faster. There's Carl Lewis. Now, this is the first time, I don't know, this is probably a record, this is the first time that Carl Lewis has never been in the medal positions. He's probably finding it very difficult to know what to do with himself, walking around the track at the moment. But you see here, look at this, look at the times here. Christie 0.14, a great start from him. That's the reaction time that he needed to beat the rest of the field. Only Mitchell was faster, really, and at the end Mitchell took third. It was Christie that came storming through. Here's the head-on shot here. Lewis really struggling from the word go, really. I mean, no disrespect to the man, but not in this sort of calibre at the moment. Effiong on the left, powerful, but the man really in the middle of the picture, dominating this race with the power and elegance, really, because he's not struggling at all, running the second fastest time ever by a human and taking the World Championships as well. It's Christie's.
And there's confirmation of the result of the 100 metres. The gold medal to Linford Christie in 9.87. The silver to Andre Cason in 9.92.